All right, welcome back to another episode of Small Guys Podcast. Today we are talking Andor and the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday Christmas special. Mike's sitting out on Andor, and then Andrew's sitting on Guardians. They just haven't gotten around to seeing those yet. But right now we got all four of us here. We're talking Andor first. We're kind of talking the whole season as a whole. We haven't really discussed it besides those first three episodes, and even then we didn't really do spoilers. We were all kind of slacking on it too. We all watched it within the past week or two, like all of us together. None of us was really watching
we
it
all
weekly.
knew that it was 12 episodes, and we knew that we would like it from what other people were telling us. So that was kind of my thought. I was like, I'm not going to catch up just to be pissed off and have to wait a week.
Yeah, the plan was for us always to review this show, obviously, but we were kind of, in the end there, we were kind of just, a couple more episodes left anyway to come out. We'll just wait. I literally watched those last three today. So let's get into the synopsis really quick. Prequel series for Star Wars Rogue One. In an era filled with danger, deception, and intrigue, Cassian will embark. Yeah, Cassian. I just always refer to him as Andor. Will embark on the path that is destined to turn him into a rebel hero. And then it's got a 96% critic score and an 85% audience score. So
seems fair, maybe even high. I don't know. That's me.
Audience wise or critics?
Whatever one. Which one?
The 96 is critic.
Damn.
I think critics though is probably just because some of those shots were stupid badass, dude.
Well, it is 130. I think it's only 130 people anyway. So
it's a stunning show. Like, there's no arguing that. I had to buy a whole OLED TV just to watch this show.
Just to get in its full potential.
Not really, but I told myself that I needed to, and I did.
It's an investment for the small guys.
Well, yeah, I think it was the end of I think it was the end of episode 6 or something when they're actually doing that like heist, and Andor's like flying the ship.
Yeah,
and, you see like above, like it's insane.
Stunning show. I might have to have everyone over just to watch it on.
Oh, you're talking about the meteor shower that only happens like once,
the meteor shower
once a
fucking
light
beautiful.
Yeah,
that's a good ass. I don't know, man. I mean, from start to finish, that's the thing about this is that like when they announced it, like it's not like your average Star Wars show or movie or entertainment, like anything that they've ever put out, which I think is great. There's no Jedis in it, it's kind of like a new lore. And like I said, I mean, that was how Rogue One was, but then we also got like a little hint of Darth Maul in Rogue One. Or no, that was not. That was, I'm talking.
You're thinking of Vader at the end.
No, I'm talking about
the
Solo.
Han Solo.
I'm thinking about Solo. No.
Oh,
but yeah,
fuck,
Rogue One. No, that's the thing.
Appearance.
Rogue One was there, but then we got one of the best scenes in Star Wars history. Was Darth Vader, and then rolling into A New Hope.
So, fun fact about that scene: did you guys know that in Mandalorian season 2, they actually tried to recreate that exact hallway scene when when it's Luke walking through against those robots? I guess if you watch them side by side, they're like almost identical in their movements. So like father, like son. I learned that recently. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, no, I mean
about Rogue One.
Both of those. I mean, dude, great Star Wars. Like it doesn't get better than that. And I mean, it's crazy that they can do that with a spin-off show, a completely written story like that Rogue One was, and bring with the best scenes into it years later.
Yeah, and I mean with Andor,
6.
you have something that we didn't have to see any of the old Star Wars stuff. It's something brand new, and this, I will say, I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. So I watched the first 3 episodes when this show originally came out. Like right away, basically. And then I kind of gave up on it. And then when I went to go rewatch it recently, because I was like, we're going to review it, I actually rewatched the first 3 episodes because I couldn't remember them at all. And even after rewatching the first 3 and up until like, I would say for me, I didn't actually care about this show until probably episode 5.
Yep.
4 or 5. I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but honestly, the first like 3 or 4 episodes, beautiful. I know that every show kind of needs to build, but
you didn't like 3?
3 was cool. 3 was good. But
I have no idea.
3 again.
I don't even remember what happened in 3.
Yeah,
that's the Reckoning episode where he's in the abandoned factory.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, and they're sabotaging the Imperial ships.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good episode. I like 3.
I would say
that's when it picked up for me.
Okay, I would say that like kind of piqued my interest, but even at that point, I wasn't really sold. I think it was 5, maybe even 6. I want to say it was 5 though. It seemed like Josh, right before we started recording here, he actually mentioned that it seemed like something big happens every 3 episodes in this show.
It's like an arc.
It really did kind of feel that way, but I almost that felt weird. I almost like when shows kind of build up to something huge, which I mean, I guess this.
It kind of did though, because everything that kept happening was like bigger and bigger and bigger, and like that's what I enjoyed about this was so we get Cassian Andor, and he's just a guy, you know, he's from a planet where everyone got annihilated because of the Imperial Army, but he's just a guy. He's not a Jedi. He's not a fierce warrior, really. He's just based off survival instincts, and to see him go up against all these different challenges and all this cool shit that happens like every 3 episodes is amazing. And then it's funny too, because every time he does something big, he's like fighting with the rebels and doesn't even know it. And he doesn't even realize he's digging himself deeper and deeper with the Imperial Army. Like now they're hunting down Cassian Andor, and Cassian Andor to himself is probably just thinking, I'm at the wrong place at the wrong time, always.
Yeah, and that's the thing we literally saw. I mean, fast forward when he's on that planet, he's just vacationing, he said. He wakes up with that girl in his bed, and then he goes into the bathroom to get his credits. Then he goes for a walk or whatever. I don't remember exactly what he was looking for, and then he gets put in jail.
He's just a tourist
in the water.
You go, why are you running?
Because he uses a fake name, and that guy just so happened to have 5 years under his belt. He gets sentenced, so that was funny. But I mean, dude, there's just so much stuff that like I said, the more we talk about it, the more it will come back to us. But there's so many different stories being told in this 12 episode season that it's like it's not that it's hard to keep track of. It's just like you forget, you get so invested in one of them, and then it flips to another group of characters, and you're like, holy shit. Like it really reminds me of Game of Thrones, like how it is and the way that they tell a story. And I think one of the best plot twists was when we thought that Miro, the lady with the slick hair, blonde hair for the Imperial, was the spy, but it ended up being the guy that looks like a rat.
Yeah.
And because they're going back and forth at the beginning, and it's building that story off of her. Like, you know, she gets in there, she takes a deep breath, like, you know, like she's undercover and she's doing all this stuff under Imperial.
No, she was just actually horrible
legislation. And
hey
whoa, breaking news. Someone just came into our Zoom and said,
for YouTube only,
know what you did in that park last summer.
I didn't do anything in that park last summer. All right,
jeez,
Brian, someone knows what you did last summer, buddy.
No,
I did not sell drugs to those minors. All right, I want that on the record.
And to talk about kind of how there are different groups throughout the show. Like Aiden said, like how Game of Thrones did it, and even like Stranger Things does it that way too. I kind of had trouble caring about the other groups when like Andor himself wasn't on the screen.
100%.
Or I like the Luthen character a lot too, who's played by Stellan Skarsgård from Thor, the Thor movies and stuff like that. He's a great actor.
Yep.
But like, and when he's in that store, right, and he's in a store and stuff like that, I like his character a lot. But like the politics side of
I
show,
actually
I don't know.
I thought I thought that was kind of boring, but I like that. I mean, that stuff interests me. So I liked that we got to see that, because you never get to see that side of Star Wars, because you got to think like there is like,
that's what the prequels were.
Well, and see, that's the thing though. That's the prequels. We never get to see the politics sides of when the Imperial Army is rolling over. The Emperor is the Emperor. Like you don't really get to see that aspect of people that are still dick suckers like that. And clearly they're in the wrong.
Yeah.
And did you guys think that they were gonna make a hint to Palpatine? Like, I mean, they kept saying the Emperor and they kept bringing up Palpatine, but did you guys think that we were gonna get a cameo?
I didn't think we were gonna get a cameo because someone told me early on that there was no Jedis, no Sith Lords.
Yeah, I mean that's why.
And I'm glad they stayed true to that.
I'm glad that they didn't do that.
Yeah, because again, like I said, one of the biggest things was Andor's just a guy, and I love that.
Like,
he just
could have you shown a thing of the Emperor or something that would have fit in? Yeah, like it would have been fine. And I'm sure it would have got that fan like, but
I mean,
I think it was good to keep it out. I think it was good to show that they can do Star Wars not with the Sith Lords and
that's what they're.
Jedis.
I'm really surprised. Like when they even announced this, that it was going to be 2 seasons, 12 episodes each, 24 episodes of no Jedi, nothing like that, like a new Star Wars story, and that's why it's like, oh great. But like this is a great show. Like it's hard to rank like all those together. This is probably top 3 show of Star Wars in my opinion.
We've only gotten what 4 shows?
5.
I'm not gonna count the animated one. What else have we gotten?
We've got Obi-Wan,
Mandalorian,
Andor,
Book of Boba Fett,
Book of Boba Fett, and
oh, you mean Mandalorian?
No, what was that? Is there 4?
Me too.
I thought there was only 4. Because I was gonna say because of that, I put Mando at number 1, Andor at number 2, and then Obi-Wan and then Book of Boba Fett. And I can say that with confidence.
I think I'm still gonna go Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, Andor.
I'm going with Aiden.
I think Andor still takes it. Only because Obi-Wan felt like that one.
It's a fan service, but
I was gonna say it felt like a lot of fan service. This one was just like for the people that wanted more lore, you know?
Yeah.
And I
but then it doesn't really, I mean, lore, but then again, like, I mean, we really just see more Imperial sides, and we see more outskirts of like the galaxy and stuff like that.
I actually forgot. Cool. Sorry, real quick, Josh. I don't know. I just remember this. We reviewed Obi-Wan. That was like the first thing. That was the first thing we ever, or one of the first episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say this about if we compare this to Obi-Wan, like kind of gave me a headache at some points because I'm like, how's this tie in with where we're at and everything like that? And whereas like this show, I feel like told a better story and kind of developed the characters more than what the show Obi-Wan could do. So I actually agree with Brian. I think I would do Mandalorian then Andor.
Yeah, and see, that was the thing too. When I started watching it, one of my coworkers really wanted me and my manager to watch it, and we just never got around to it because he was watching it weekly. And I had told him the same thing I said on here. I was like, dude, I'd rather wait till it gets to the very end and just binge the shit out of it because I'm impatient like that. But when me and my manager were finally talking about it, we started around the same time. And he's like, so what do you think it's so far? And I was a little ahead of him. And I was like, it's no Mandalorian, but I go, this is easy number 2. I go, each episode has just gotten better and better and better. And then again, like you said, it's like that 3 episode plot point go fucking crazy. And then they fucking managed to do it again. And like, that's sick.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best thing too is like you got to think of Rogue One, how all those characters are dead. Like, I mean, we don't expect to see anything more than Andor season 2. I mean, maybe they do another show off of that, but I think they're gonna do a thought written story for 2 seasons, and then you're gonna. I want to rewatch Rogue One right now. Like, I 100% want to. I keep telling myself I will. Maybe I will tonight. But you got to think of all those characters that were introduced in Rogue One. Like we got Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera, and then we get to see him again in this again. This is the even prior. He doesn't even have the mask, so something's obviously going to tie in because he was late in the season, and something's going to happen to where he gets either like damaged in battle or something like that.
I hope we get a lot more of him.
Oxygen mask. Or you never know, they can make a whole episode. They can make a whole show off of his character. Which would be dope.
You know, I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. The prison scene, when he first goes down there and he's introduced to like his shift that he has to do. You guys knew right away that this is parts for the Death Star, right?
Yep.
Okay. I figured right away. I'm like, I thought they were
building the remember before he goes to prison. Remember in Rogue One, his robot, the tall, skinny black one,
which we see in this show,
which you see. Which is great because you think that, like, you know, when they put him up against the wall, you know, when it chokes him out or it says hold him.
Yeah. That was funny.
Hang him. And I thought that he was gonna like rewire him, make it his like companion, and then that was how Andor was gonna go from there on out. But then when they're making the things, they were making parts that look like the bodies of those droids. So I'm pretty sure those are the parts that they're making in there, the droid parts. And I mean, maybe we got to see it in season 2 how he becomes like, you know, how he makes a droid. But then I thought that in prison, that was his escape plan, is that he was going to build a droid being that one. I don't remember the name of it in Rogue One, but then that was how they were going to escape prison.
No, yeah. Because I was like, I saw the parts. I'm like, I bet this is for the Death Star. It has to be.
I didn't even think about that, to be honest.
Did you guys all see?
I actually did. I figured that was for the Death Star.
It's like it's gonna tie into him, and
that end credit scene was sick.
And that's when you see the parts that they're putting in. I'm like, okay, so there we go.
Yeah.
So
hey, can we get a little side by side?
What?
Can we edit that in here?
Yeah,
parts being made.
And he was on vacation this week.
Yeah.
What do you want?
He wants us to do more work.
He's got it.
I'm leaving for vacation
if you just
in a couple days.
If you just watch the end credits scene, you can tell they're the same parts.
Brian, I don't even think I can with putting it on here that, and we're not even a big channel. The chance of a copyright, yeah. Our legal team is no one right now. It's me.
Don't limit us.
How did you guys feel with Andy Serkis being introduced? Because I had no idea.
Awesome.
I got it spoiled for me on Twitter, and I was kind of upset. But I mean, it's not like
you could see it in episode 10. I think the thumbnail on Disney Plus that his face is on there, so you know he's in it. So, if you watched it late like we did, you would kind of be spoiled anyway when you click on that episode. Or I remember I was just looking through it and I saw him, but I already knew anyway. So
no, I mean he definitely stole the show though. 2 episodes that he was in.
So I want to ask that too? Like, so he said he couldn't swim, so
he's just dead.
Yeah, that was fucking.
I know it's such a bad ending.
That's a bad ending. We don't see him again.
It's just like, bro, jump off, figure it out in the water, because that's gonna be way better than being a part of an Imperial breakout.
See, but the best part about that is that he's just an add-on character. Like, there's no history of him being in Rogue One or anything like that. And maybe he'll show up in season 2, but I doubt it. I think they did a good job of just bringing him in, and then doing farewell, parting ways with him. And that's like, I can't swim.
The after
it's not like they were best friends. They just like escaped together.
Just him drowning, just him floating upside down in the water.
It's him and like a fucking Darth
No,
Vader
they
suit,
do. They go back to the Last Jedi, and when Luke picks up his X-wing on the thing, he's just on it. They need to edit him in there. Who is that?
Well, no, he becomes Snoke, right?
Yeah,
probably.
That robot.
He could be the one that gets captured. Then there's the origin of Snoke, because we don't.
That'd
have
be funny, actually. Yeah,
besides
that'd be
that,
cool.
They're making him in a lab.
Yeah,
with the Grogu's blood.
Yeah, that'd be a good tie together. Where does Mandalorian and this kind of take place at the same time? It does, right?
I thought Mando was after the latest trilogy.
No, I think it's because Luke's young.
No, because Ahsoka's there and Luke's young.
and Luke's young.
Oh yeah, true.
I don't know if they take place
after
at the same
episode
time.
but
no. This is
he was powerful as fuck. So
no. This is
obviously
right
after
the Death
Star. Oh, is it right after
between
6?
3 and 4?
Yeah, this is before 4, and Mandalorian's after 6.
After 6, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
My fault.
Okay.
My fault, guys.
Yeah, no, I got fucked up there too. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is after. Okay.
Question: If this is a little off.
It definitely go ahead.
Topic. If you guys were introducing someone to Star Wars for the first time, how would you have them watch them?
Release date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ever say chronological order. Release date is so much better.
Yeah, but would you even have them watch the shows?
100%.
Yeah. So would you have them watch the shows?
No, you always start off with 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Then you can watch.
Skip 8, 9.
You can watch. No, you can watch 7, 8, 9. And then, I mean, it really is good watching
What about Rogue One?
Solo, because then you know the story behind the characters.
So, like, Emma's never seen Star Wars. I was thinking maybe introduce her chronologically.
Well, then you have to throw in the whole Clone Wars series.
No, but then that makes it so
we're watching Star Wars till next summer.
I think only people that would watch in chronological order would be, like, super fans. Like, no one's going to go and watch it that way.
You guys want to do that over Christmas?
But I feel like,
sit down and watch it.
So, like, for example, someone like her, I mean, we're on a tangent here, but at least we're still on Star Wars. She doesn't really know much about it. So I feel like it'd be kind of cool to get that number, that.
Well, yeah, because then she wouldn't even know who the fuck Darth Vader is.
Yeah, like, when he shows that third movie could be kind of sick.
Well, because that was something, too, I didn't, like, really realize till recently, because, again, we were so fucking young. When they were doing ads for the Phantom Menace, they have that badass poster where it's little Anakin and the shadows Darth Vader. And like us thinking about it is like we knew that was Darth Vader, because even as a kid, I know that we watched like the original ones first, but it's just like to a certain extent, did people realize going into Phantom Menace that like this villain from a movie that their parents used to watch is like that, you know?
Yes, they did.
And that is again though is why it would be cool though to watch chronologically, because that aspect of not knowing, and then you actually just see this little guy that was able to win a pod race and fucking build these robots become the biggest fucking Sith Lord on the planet.
Well, so it would go prequels, Solo, Andor, then the original trilogy, right? Like it's like that's kind of the order you'd go in technically, right?
Yeah.
If you're talking chronologically.
And then if you really want to get chronological, it's like you fucking take the Clone Wars TV show and only watch like 1 through 8, and then you watch the 4th movie and then fucking the last season.
I think if you wanted to introduce someone to Star Wars, I would just do the original trilogy first, because getting through the prequels and everything is just so boring if you don't understand the characters and what the world is. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of.
I think they did a good enough job too, though, that if you wanted to, you could.
You could, but it'd be a grind, I feel like.
All right.
But
I'll watch and release date.
Yeah, it just makes it so much better. And like
if you start with New Hope, you're hooked.
But that's the thing. If you're trying to get her hooked, that's one way to get her not hooked, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Episode 1. It's just like, all right.
What the hell is
I mean, what's the prequels? Like probably 9 hours, 8.5 hours of just like, what is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was the first one is pretty bad. The second one is
because that one is a lot of politics.
It is a lot.
The first one is just all.
And the second one,
politics.
he's talking about sand. Like he looks.
The second one's pretty bad, and the CGI does not hold up.
Real quick, back to the actual episode at hand, TV show Andor. I think actually the second season, like the politics will play an even bigger role, and I'm excited to see that. Because now they're all going to become public enemy number 1 in the eyes of the fucking Senate. And I think that was like great.
That one senator, I thought that she was great. Anytime she was on screen, man, she was acting her ass off.
Yeah, she was, dude.
Her name was like, I'm looking at the cast list, says Mon Mothma. But like how her and the I can't think of the guy's name. It was Luthen, but like when he had the prosthetics on and he had the makeup, when he was the art dealer or whatever. And then I don't know if you guys read about, but the art dealer, the girl that works with him, Luthen, inside that little shop, everyone was saying online that was Leia, but it's impossible for it to be Leia.
No, it's not. But he kept saying
it really does look like
it. Sounds like he said Leia too a couple times.
Yeah, he's saying her name's Leda.
Leda. Yeah, I turned on my captioning.
I had the captions on. I was like, hey,
guys. But she looks identical to her. Her hair's the same, and she would be that age, that style at the same time. But she's such she's a princess.
Yeah.
She's not going to be there without any security and all that.
You're telling me they have a Princess Leia and a Leda?
Come on. It's really similar
in the whole universe.
Well,
not a Princess Debbie.
But yeah, I mean, that was sick though. How they had how Bix. I mean, you got to think like it goes kind of dark into what the
I was trying to remember if Bix was in Rogue One, but she wasn't.
She wasn't. She's because she's most likely gonna die or do something like that. Because anyone that's like affiliated with Andor seems to be going away. But that's it.
He's
but
just
I thought,
such bad news.
Yeah, he is, man. He's making dumb decisions, but I mean, it's gonna pay off when they get the plans for the Death Star.
When he fucking double backed at the beginning and just shot
they
that
get
guy
the plans
in the
for the Death Star.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what's the Death Star?
Yeah. But what else?
Oh, Brian, are you gonna talk about Are you gonna talk about your boy Richie or what?
Oh
yeah.
All right.
Richie from the Bears.
It's good to see him.
Yeah. So when he first got on screen, I think I was looking at my phone and I heard him fucking talk, and I like stopped, was like, wait a second, looked over, and I was just like, dude. And then he's just so good at playing like a conniving asshole.
He's just a dickhead.
Yeah, dude. And he fucking kills that role. And then I'm sitting there, and I think Andrew, you texted in the group chat and had the same fucking reaction. Sitting there just like, oh fuck, like this show was already kind of good. Now we got this actor from arguably one of the best shows of 2022 popping into this show, and you're like, all right, sick. and then he fucking gets killed by
Oh yeah, no, that was
Andor.
Josh. He was like, oh look
Josh,
who's in it, and I just thumbs up it, and then he was like,
Yeah,
oh,
no
he's
one was
gone.
saying
And I was
anything.
like,
yeah, because what was funny was when you texted that, I was like, dude, I was pissed, and I was like, wait, he just met
he
him.
just got
Because what, you meet him in episode 3, and then he's dead by 5.
4.
You meet him in 4, and he's dead by 6. Okay,
that's what I'm talking about. Those 3 episode arcs,
like, and especially too because after that, when he gets killed, that's the end of the heist. They just heisted from the fucking Imperial Army.
So I'll be honest, I thought he was testing him. I thought he was testing Cassian and like seeing if he probably
was.
I mean, yeah, Cassian didn't really let it breathe for a second. He just shot him,
and like you could tell that he had a heart.
Yeah. No, and watching him in this performance, and like you said, he kind of nailed the character. It really made me want to rewatch The Bear again. I'm like, dude, man, I miss this guy.
Yes, and it's really funny too because like a couple weeks ago,
review The Bear.
I went to this sandwich shop and I texted Andrew and I walk in here. There's like 20 people, like it's fucking all the way to the door. 20 people in there. The sandwich people are fucking up orders because of the online thing. They're going crazy, and I was like, I really want to rewatch The Bear. Yeah. And then because of this, I actually watched an episode the other night.
Really? Yeah, I like Karras too. He was the kid that ended up got hurt. That
smart one. He got paralyzed.
Yeah. I like.
See, we kind of lose. Like, I wonder if they're gonna bring those characters back, like especially him back in season 2.
That's the thing, though. That's like cool about this. Again, I'm gonna keep saying it because it's a great aspect to have. Is that they're just people, and we saw how expendable every fucking character was in Rogue One. Yeah. Why would they not in a Rogue One prequel have all these badass people getting killed due to this war?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. They're putting their lives on the line for the Republic, or what was I gonna say? I was hoping to see the blind guy from Rogue One.
But see, he's force sensitive, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing is like they have to. There's no way that he doesn't pop up in season 2.
Oh yeah.
But he's not force sensitive. He's not a Jedi.
Yeah, and he's not Jedi or
he's
Sith.
He's just blind.
He is force sensitive.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you a Jedi.
No, I'm not saying. I didn't say he was a Jedi.
Oh. He's like, I'm force sensitive.
No, but I think eventually the team that we see in Rogue One is going to be built in.
I think we'd see everyone besides what was the main girl's name?
Jyn Erso.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see her.
Well, no, because we see Saw Gerrera pick her up from her. Remember, her dad was an Imperial spy.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll see her in the show. Is what I'm saying. I think.
Oh, that'd be.
I think we'll see most of the cast by the end of season 2. But I don't know.
You could throw her in.
Well, because the beginning of Andor starts the way Aiden was talking about introducing her, I feel like we wouldn't really see her at the end of the show. That's fair. But I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Well, he picks her up as a baby.
What?
So.
Okay. Well, what portion of this episode this show was your guys' favorite? Like
the whole prison arc was definitely where.
Okay, so me too.
Because you can't even expect that.
No, because he went in and I was like, he's got to break out, but I didn't think he'd be in there for fucking 2 whole episodes.
Yeah,
3 technically.
And the fact that the dudes are like signing across to each other, like you won't hear about it for 2 weeks. Like something that happened. It's like a game of telephone. God, dude,
because he goes in at 8, so 8, 9, 10. 10 he gets out. So
and I thought it was really sweet how they had like boots and stuff, and how there weren't many guards on there. Like
that was a cool
it was just weird. And I kind of wish we would have saw more of like what the when they flipped the switch.
Yeah, the vaporize.
We didn't really see it.
Because what's his name should have died, but they fucking short circuited when they turned on the floors, and like when like the balcony's like hanging down and Andor's just hanging there.
No, because of flood.
Yeah. But that was cool because he was literally ready to go. He got everyone else up on the table and was just standing there. And then he looked down and was like, looked back up. Is like, oh fuck, I'm alive. Attack!
The way they had their cells too were like, when the red light was on, they couldn't step on the ground. I think that was really smart instead of having to do bars or anything like that.
I thought that was cool though. It was like
it's like a prison that runs itself. Like that's the point
it
of
was
it.
Open. Yeah. But if you fucking stepped out, you were crushed.
And then too, do we really know? I mean, I guess I wasn't really paying attention to the amount of shifts that he had left, but do we know how long he was really in there for? I know at one point it said like 30 shifts later.
I was gonna say, I feel like it was. I was
thinking like 50 or something.
Well, because the whole span of the season was like a year, wasn't it?
I think so, or around a year.
So then that would make sense if in 3 episodes went by in like a month.
And I mean,
and it showed the numbers too.
It kind of goes back to Rogue One and like Jyn Erso. Like, she's a baby when Saw Gerrera picks her up. So like, what we're seeing in Saw Gerrera now, like he should have already picked her up, because her and Cassian were almost about the same age. Like she was an adult. So I don't know. I mean, it was great.
Did it throw you guys off with Luthen's hair too at first? Because in the shop he's got this like long hair with the wig, and then whenever he's doing his rebel shit, he's got his short hair. It like threw me off when I saw him at first. I'm like, wait, is he a twin or is this the same guy? When we first see him, I think it's episode 2 or 3 where he's got his short hair too.
Quick costume change.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, wait, hold on, is he rocking a wig or?
I think, dude, I'm telling you, that's why I kept saying episode 11 when he goes and they're put him in the hold, they stop his engines. And they're trying to bring him in the Imperial.
Oh, that was so badass.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the little robot droid that he's got in there. And then he just shits on all of them, bro. Like, that's the sweetest.
His ship, too.
Dude,
like,
dude,
it was the first time
sick.
we've seen a sick ship.
I know.
Yeah, and then, like, have we even
Falcon.
seen, like, because, again, what's cool is this fucking series has been around for so long. We've never seen, like, even fucking Luke and them got captured the Millennium Falcon from the beam. And they couldn't even fight that. Like, this guy was just like, nah, here's like fucking 30,000 nails straight into your fucking machine.
Dude, I just blew it up. And then he does the spin cycle with
the fucking lasers.
Come on, bro.
That's why I literally, on them, bro.
I was literally, that was like before I went to work and I watched the episode, I'm up and I'm fired up, man. I'm like, ew.
No, that was really cool.
That's like, it's so hard to go to bed off of something like that.
Yeah.
But then you're happy, man. I'm like, damn, that was sick.
And then too with the show, it's like I noticed this too. In the second half of the season, I'm like, there's not really a big bad. It's the Empire. You know what I mean? It's like in Obi-Wan, it was Darth Vader, and Mandalorian, it was what's his name? Gustavo. Yeah. And so it's like all these shows so far have had like a big bad, whereas this is just the Empire, and I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's like the basis. And I mean, that's like a lot of people, Rogue One is like their worst movie of all time. People absolutely hate it, but that's like one of my favorites.
That's like one of the good ones.
Yeah, then episode 8 came out, and it was just kind of like, maybe Rogue One wasn't so bad.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like no like reason for it. Like, people could say, oh, it wasn't needed. It was 100% needed. It builds that gap, and that's what I mean. What do people expect them to do? They're not going to go in the future. They're going to go in that gap from 3 to 4.
The golden
years,
years,
is a huge filler. Yeah.
You got so much to do
well, I think it's 30 years, right? From the original trilogy to the prequels.
I mean, what's his name? I mean, all I'm waiting on, and this is gonna be the end of this era of Star Wars, is when they give Darth Vader and Hayden Christensen his own TV show where they go.
That would be if you get to see him
why he's such a threat to the galaxy.
Yeah, because we just get to hear it, and I feel like you could really explore that. Fucking
you don't ever see any of it.
I brought up that picture in fucking Obi-Wan when we talked about that, where it's from a comic, and it's literally Darth Vader surrounded by 100 rebel soldiers, and he goes, like, I think he was laughing or something. He goes, I'm just laughing at all of you dead people that fucking slaughtered everybody that was surrounding
exactly.
Like, he's insane. Yeah. Also, though, that would be fucking, if they really wanted to do it right, it made that shit rated R.
Rated R.
I mean, they don't even have to. They can literally do left and right. I feel like they do a decent amount. I mean, from the old movies to when Disney got it, no one got their arms cut off. No one lost any body parts, like arms and legs or anything like that, which is stupid. Fuck Disney for that. But they can still do a good job. I thought Obi-Wan was one of the darkest shows that we've gotten in a long time.
100%. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, remember when he's going through that town and he's just choking people out, like random civilians? Like, that was dark, and you're watching, you're like, oh shit, like he is a badass. Like,
I think that show was like he's cool scary too, because Obi-Wan, like you just said, Obi-Wan was fucking scared. He's like, bro, I beat this. Yeah, but like. And
he's terrified. He was running away from him.
He hasn't fucking trained. He can feel his power. The second he gets close, Obi-Wan's just like, we gotta go.
Exactly. And I feel like that's why they're hinting towards, like, that's where they want to go with it. And especially just reprising Hayden Christensen's role as Anakin. Like, come on, now he's in. Like, you saw what he could do. Fans loved it. Like, come on, bring him back. Give him an 8-episode show.
It was cute as fuck too, because he said that thing. He goes, "It's really nice to like get the love that I feel like I didn't get all those years," and it's shitty because Star Wars fans are the fucking worst, dude. That fucking the little kid that played Anakin in the first one never went back to acting over it. Like,
jeez, why, man? I mean, we'll never know. There's no answer to that, but people are fucking sick.
No, I think Josh, you said that. You said there's no big bad threat, and it's just the Empire. But you do, the whole time you're watching, you know who the fuck the Empire is backed by. You know they got
everything.
Yeah, they have unlimited resources and like two of the scariest people available. I mean,
you definitely feel the threat for sure, but it's like not one presence. It's like they're everywhere. And I
liked how they didn't like have to. No one like. They name dropped the Emperor a couple of times, but they're all like on edge if they're like, "Oh yeah, the Emperor requested this." It's like, "Oh, this is getting done because we can't let down Big Boss."
No. But I do like how they counter it with like showing how easy it is to infiltrate the Emperor.
Yeah,
or not even.
Well, it's because they're so fucking cocky. They don't think anyone will do it, and that's why when he asked Andor how the fuck was he getting away with seeing all this, he goes, like, just act like you belong there and just walk in. They don't care.
Well, I think it's the 12th episode where there's like a monologue about like ruling through fear and how it doesn't.
Oh, you're talking about that beginning scene?
Yeah, is that the beginning?
That shit gave me chills. I watched that this morning. I was like, damn.
Yeah, but that is true in real life, but also true in that show that it's hard to rule through fear because, people are always going to try and find a way to dismantle that. And that's, true in Star Wars and real life.
Yeah. What did you guys think of Cassian's mom dying? I mean, what episode was that when he figured out? Was it 11?
It was 11.
Yeah, 11 at the end of 11.
And that was cool too, how we kept getting this backstory. And now we can talk about this in a second about his sister, if we think he's gonna find her or not. But that was cool how they were just there visiting and literally they I guess did take Andor away, but at the same time they saved his young life. Like all those people were destined to die and they all did die within like 5 minutes of them taking off. And I thought that background was perfect. And then onto the sister thing. Where like one of the last things that his mom says to him in person is just like, quit like looking for your sister. It's like a waste of your time.
But I think that's kind of where Bix comes in because that's kind of like his sister that isn't. And that's why he's always like with her. He's always saving her life. Like he saved her from that mind control.
But Bix's dumbass fucking boyfriend didn't know.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the worst. He's by far one of the worst characters in this entire season.
When he got shot, I was like, Bix, why are you even mad? Like he did to himself.
She's 100% known Cassian longer than her boyfriend or whatever the hell he was.
Yep.
And then he dies and he rats out. This entire show wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for him.
No, I got two things. The guy in the tower banging on that thing, was that Beskar? Was he banging on Beskar?
Oh, like the metal?
Yeah.
I assumed that it was.
It kind of looked like it. And
but then they don't really make
my
any.
My buddy from work was just like, dude, they show a really good shot in episode 11, and I think it's Beskar. And I was like, wow, maybe it is.
Yeah. It probably is.
Second thing about the tower, this really pissed me the fuck off. When they start the fucking battle with the Empire, and the guy climbs the tower, and the guy's up there banging, and he kicks him. Why the fuck did they not put a Wilhelm scream? That would have been the perfect. That would have been the only perfect moment to do it. It would have been like, yes.
I think they put it in. I think it's in everything nowadays.
They haven't really done it because they people started noticing it. So like, I didn't hear.
That's the point of it. It's supposed to be it.
I know, but they didn't put it in this, and that would have been the most perfect scene.
I thought they did do it. I think my brain just hears it anytime I see some shit like
that. Especially in Star Wars.
Internal, yeah, it's just internal. Like when the guy falls in the Sarlacc pit.
Yep.
Did they do it when Boba Fett fell in the Sarlacc pit?
Yes.
Or is it the guy
in the original?
Him? Yeah.
Or is it just when a stormtrooper goes in?
I think
it might be when a stormtrooper goes in.
Yeah, maybe the stormtrooper went in. Yeah, I'm trying to think like that attendant hurt storyline. I think that might have been the worst one for me.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, he was like
Which
always.
one?
He was the dude that was trying to hunt down Cassian like the
Karn.
entire. Attendant Hurt, I think is his name. That's what it says right here. The dude that lives with his mom or whatever.
Kyle Soller, that's the guy. Cyril Karn.
Oh, Cyril Karn. Okay, yep, yeah.
But also, his boss was a fucking G too. If this dick sucker didn't start putting his nose everywhere, he wouldn't have got.
But he's always like 10 steps
killed.
behind him, and like.
then,
no, he was awful.
His boss literally called it out. He goes, "I bet you they were shaking him down, and it went wrong, and he won." He goes, "We'll say,"
exactly.
he goes, "We can't like peg them as heroes, but we'll say they died like chasing after someone and hit their head."
So that's what I thought when his boss said that to him, and he was like, he wouldn't let it go. I thought that was when he was gonna join like the Republic, and like he was gonna switch sides, but no, he just kept going along with it. Then he had some weird. Then he had some weird like trope with the girl.
Yeah, we're gonna kiss or not,
saving her. And she's like, yeah, and then he puts the gun to her back in when they're in barracks. And then he puts her in the storage room. I'm like, are they gonna kiss? Like, are they like a thing? Like, what is going on? She's like, I should probably thank you. And he's like, don't. I was like, okay. I was like, what is this? Like, it makes no sense. And he's like, I don't know. I just don't like you guys said, I don't like his character. Like, it's kind of very pointless. Because
what I was gonna say, what did he really contribute?
Nothing. He contributed, he just kept fucking everything up, and like you said, he was just 10 steps behind every time.
And that's the thing is, like, anything that he tried to do, it never was accomplished. Like, he wanted to find Cassian, he still never did. Like, maybe he does in season 2, but I hope they just kill him off.
Yeah, and then
Cassian literally just outsmarts him and just
the Emperor just comes in. That's his only scene.
Yeah, and then like I said,
so that's it.
Like I said with the Mon Mothma,
yeah,
the Mon Mothma part, the politics side of things. I mean, for me, it was just a little I mean, I was kind of waiting for it to go somewhere, and I know it was kind of showing that side of things. And I think in season 2, like Brian said, we'll get more of it, and it'll actually go somewhere. But it just kind of felt like the whole time she just wanted money, and
that's real life.
Yeah, that one part where that guy was asking for, I guess, her daughter's hand or whatever like that. I'm like, your daughter's so rude to you. I would just be like, sure, you can have her. I'm like, just say yes, but I don't know. So, but that storyline, I that one was definitely better, but not much more. Again, I was just waiting, especially the prison arc, like those 3 episodes. I was just like counting the minutes. I'm like, please go back to Andor and like prison stuff, please. Like it. Yeah. So I don't know.
I thought that it was like weird how like, I mean, I didn't really pay too much attention to the political part of it. Like when they're trying to betroth her daughter and that other guy's that shows up in one episode, the ex-senator that used to live in that same exact place.
Yeah.
Remember? And then he's like, I have a son, like I'll come back. And then you see that scene where the 3 of them and then the 3 of the other, like the son, his dad, and his wife. And they're like trying to betroth them where they're gonna marry each other, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe it brings a higher power, but then again, if we take all the other stories that we've seen after, this shit makes 0 sense. Like it doesn't make any difference.
Then, dude, she's in the car with her husband.
You're not a
like,
Jedi.
You're gambling again, and I'm like, oh.
Maybe and then the fucking driver was like a spy, basically, and turned on the fucking.
I like that. That was cool, like little thing. I'm like, there we go, finally, something from the story.
If they're not Organas, then it really doesn't matter. Like, who gives a shit?
And that's literally what I was thinking. Because again, when I heard the Leda, I was like, "Are these Organas? Like, what's going on here?"
No, they're not Organas, so it doesn't really make any difference. And it's kind of, it's like it's plot filler. Yeah. I mean, I think that this movie, or like this series, does pretty well on like not putting too much plot filler in. But like, then again, like, don't put big emphasis on it if it's not going to do anything for this.
I mean, Mon Mothma, I'm looking right now. She was in 10 episodes. Like that's, you know what I mean, and so was that Cyril Karen, the dude that was fucking had a hard on for Cassian like the whole time and was hunting him down.
Yeah, dude. It's like these arcs just want to kiss Cassian, bro.
He did, dude. He like wanted to hold
him on his meat.
But like, I'll say this: like when Bix, kind of had her own thing going, like in the second half of the season, that I liked. Yep. So it wasn't like just the Cassian scenes, but like most of the show, I was just like, can we get back to that?
But then I'm surprised to see
were better.
What happens with Bix from here on out, because her brain's fried. Like, I wonder what they're gonna do. I kind of like that, but then I feel like that was dragged down for a little too long.
Those were extended too. So
because it's like, oh well, now she was a great character and she could be very resourceful to like the Republic, but now it's pointless.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why this show is going to be hard to rank. I mean, we'll get into ratings here in a couple minutes, but like, because I like the show a lot, and like I do like the aspects of it not really feeling like a Star Wars show, which I actually like that quite a bit. But like, there's some plots, and this is my problem with like even like season 4 Stranger Things and the California cast crew, whatever that group. It's like some part, like I hate when I watch a show and I'm like, I need to get back to this. I want to get back to this plot line. I want to get back to this. And it's fine. At least in Stranger Things, like it's broken up into 4 or 5 groups. And like I like 4 of the groups. Yeah, I like 4 of the groups. It was literally just the one group that I kind of didn't feel like watching.
Yeah,
this one was like most of the groups. I'm like, come on.
To be fair though, this is one season versus Stranger Things where they were all together in the first season. You get that bond, you love them.
But
this
even
one wasn't terrible about
each
it. Like
group felt like they were doing something where the California group didn't. Whereas like in this show, it feels like most of these groups weren't really doing anything.
But no, I mean
they're all fighting the Imperial Army in their own way.
My counter argument
this guy that's hunting down Andor, like he's literally 10 steps. He's not even close to catching him at all.
Josh, that guy was critical to the plot.
Yeah.
How? He wasn't.
I mean, I guess you could have filled me in his spot.
The Mon Mothma, she needs money. We get it. You don't need 10 episodes.
My thing is that my counter argument to that is that if you go and rewatch in any Star Wars thing that they've ever put out, it's always jumpy. Star Wars is probably the most jumpy franchise out of all of them.
But you're getting me wrong here. I like that it's jumpy, and I like that format. I really do like that format a lot.
I hate it, dude.
I'm just playing devil's
advocate. Sounds like your little pea brain can't like.
Well, you guys like the politics side of it, so help me out here. So I just don't like,
again, the politics thing.
Boring story.
Boring. It was boring at times.
And where'd it go?
Also, nowhere yet. But that's why I think though in the second season will play a bigger role.
But we can't go off that. We don't know that yet.
I think it's canon that they said.
Josh, when we record season 2.
No, and Brian, I hope it does. I hope it does.
Wow.
I will
come back. What episode will that be?
400.
Small guys, 1000.
Yeah.
No, I like this show a lot, and I'm excited to watch season 2, and I hope the politics go somewhere. I assume they will, but like I'm just saying, as season 1 goes, I felt like it kind of went nowhere. So maybe I'm wrong there, but like I like the jumping around format. It just for me, I was like always waiting for that part. So
Josh, with that, let's hit your scores, and how about you go first? Does that work?
Yeah, so I wanted to go back and look what we gave Obi-Wan, but I think
cheating. I know. I thought about that too.
Well, so we rated that, I think that because that was our first ever thing we rated, and we did it out of 10, I think, and it's not even on the website. So I tried to look. If you guys go check out our website, we have all our scores for everything we've done. That was the first thing. That's the only thing we don't have. So I don't remember what I gave it. I think off the top of my head, I want to say it's 7.5, but I'm completely guessing. I don't remember.
Yeah, I feel like I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'll go back and listen probably when I'm editing this episode, but I don't know. It's tough because this show again was great. I know I like Mandalorian more, but I think I do like this more than Obi-Wan. So so I'm still going to give the show an 81 because I really liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. I'm excited for season 2. It was fun to binge it. We all kind of binged it a little bit. Like we didn't wait every week. And I think that kind of worked for the show. I thought about it while I was watching. I was like, I wonder how it'd be if I only watched one a week. Like, would it be as hooked as I am now? Or how would that work? Like it would suck kind of waiting every week to kind of recap in my head. Whereas like Mandalorian, like I'm like, oh, I can't wait for that next episode. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
At least like in the first half of the season, like you guys said, even though I liked episode 3 a lot, but yeah, especially like from going to 9 to 10, that was really cool. I'm like, oh, I could watch that right now. That was cool. But and 2 going into the finale, that was cool that I could watch. So the second half of the season, I was happy that I could binge. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna stay with that score just because, like I said, there's certain parts where I'm like, I almost just want to skip it. I'm like, come on, man, I want to get back to the prison. I want to see what's going on there. Like, I want to get back to this heist. Like, I like in that group that he met for the heist. I loved every character in that. Like. You know what I mean? And they weren't even interacting with him at the beginning part of it. I'm like, I love this new crew. So like, I don't know. Some of the characters fell off for me a little bit, but I do like the show a lot. And I have high expectations for season 2. So. Cool. Anyone want to piggyback and shimmy off me on that one?
Oh God!
I mean, I'll
did you guys remember all those adjectives on the last episode?
I mean, like I said, a lot of people when they announced this, I didn't have any high hopes for it. I mean, then again, there's nothing that I hate that Star Wars has dropped. In all honesty, like from start to finish, I thought this was a great show. It came out at a really bad time, knowing that Rings of Power was out. House of the Dragon was coming out simultaneously. All those big shows that were like 5 episodes a week coming out, and I didn't have enough time to watch all this. Watched the first 3-4 episodes like weekly, and then I took I stopped watching them for quite a while, and I don't know. I mean, from start to finish, like I said, it was great watch. Really entertaining. The fact that we see a lore and a story without Jedis and without the Force and all this other stuff, like the political side of it, which no one really gives a shit about, but just the fact that there is a story based on that. And like we see new characters, Luthen, and how he's an Imperial spy. Like he's not even an Imperial spy, he's like the ringleader for all the Imperial whatever the fuck you want to call it, Cody Banks shit that they got going on. But I mean, it's a great show. It's a must watch if you're a Star Wars fan. And I mean, definitely one of those shows that you will keep saying to yourself you're going to put off, but I highly recommend you don't. Bite the bullet, watch it, enjoy that shit.
Yeah.
I would give this personally, I'd give this a 92 out of 100. I enjoyed it. I have high hopes and big expectations for season 2. You know, and I like these characters, and I hope they do a little bit more. Like I said, a Saw Gerrera show, that'd be dope. But yeah,
I'm gonna piggyback shimmy way over on this backpack it, if you will. I think I'm right in between. I'm gonna come out and just say it. I think this deserves a solid 85. This was definitely a great fucking show, and I have so many high expectations for how this plot can go. And especially, I imagine in the second season, it's once again going to be broken up into different teams and stuff. And I think that's going to be perfect, especially because we know this is going to lead us into Rogue One. So that's going to be fucking sick. You know, at the very end, we get this little end credit scene finally, and it's just these robots in space assembling the fucking Death Star. And that's so sick because, you know, they're somehow going to catch wind of that. And it's going to be, that's when they're like, all right, we got to get these fucking plans. Like, let's go. But with that being said, I think, again, the jumping around at certain points, you're like, all right, come the fuck on. But because now that it's over, because, you know, when you're watching it, it's a different thing. You're just like, what the fuck? But now here we all are. We all binged it. We're all sitting here talking very highly of it. It's like, all right, maybe that was necessary. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of the majority of what we were given was necessary. So solid 85. Do yourself that favor if you're a Star Wars fan. Go watch this great, like what, from 4 to 12, fucking amazing. Like I said, each episode just gets better and better and better. You don't know how they're gonna one up it, and they one up it. So yeah, do yourself the favor, watch it.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha. I'll finish this off and piggyback, jump rope, backpack off of this, cartwheeled in. What'd you say?
So what does that even mean?
I don't know. We're just throwing in movements to follow up the review here. But you guys, the thing about like going last year is you guys usually kind of always sum up all of my thoughts and everything that I can say on everything that I have to say. I'm a Star Wars fan and kind of grew up with that. That was what I was kind of introduced to as a kid. So of course I liked the show even without the Jedis and the Sith. And I'm glad that Disney can do something. This show felt not as dark as Obi-Wan, but it definitely feels like a darker show in general, which I kind of like. It didn't feel like the newest Star Wars movies that felt cheesy as fuck.
Bad guys are gonna lose and the good guys are gonna win.
Yeah. This has that darker like tone and feel to it, which I liked. And it's good to see that. 12 episodes worth the watch. Like I said, 1 through 3 for me didn't really do it much. I would say once you start to kind of the prison arc, in my opinion, and I think a couple of us agreed on that, was like one of the best. And kind of once you round out the show after that, it's really, really good. So I would definitely check this out. Definitely watch it. A beaubeautiful show, without a doubt.
It looks really good, man.
That needs to be mentioned.
Great shots.
I am amazed with how they do some of these shows. With that said, I'm gonna kind of still fall in between everyone, and I'm gonna give it an 84. I feel pretty good at that
All
score.
All
right, that's a fair score. All right, well, let's talk the new Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. We got Mike joining us now. I looked up the synopsis or whatever on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. It's the same thing. It says Star-Lord, Drax, Rocket, Mantis, and Groot engage in some spirited shenanigans. This movie's got this special's got a 91% critic score and 83% audience score. Now, I looked the first day, and the first day it was a 91% critic score and a 92% audience score. So it's fallen down to an 83. To kind of explain this special really quickly, it's 44 minutes. It's on Disney Plus. Mantis and Drax feel bad for Peter, who's kind of having a tough time right now with Gamora being gone, which you see at the end of Endgame, and during Thor: Love and Thunder. And so they try to go get Kevin Bacon from Earth and surprise him with it. What did you guys kind of think of this?
I'm gonna say this was fucking cute. You know,
I'm gonna say it. This is a Christmas special.
That's all it was, and it's great too.
Hey, are they 2 for 2 for specials or what?
I think so.
They are, but I mean, we'll get back into it. I'll let you guys
go ahead.
Your 2 cents.
But no, it was cool though that we got to see Drax and Mantis go on their own little adventure, and they're 2 aliens that don't really understand how Earth works. So like they come in and they want to gift Kevin Bacon to their friend. And that's exactly like what it sounds like is what they do. They come in and try to take Kevin Bacon, and they do take Kevin Bacon. And they're fucking, like you said, they're idiots, but it's a holiday special. We're having fun with it.
Oh, yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I did enjoy it. Was it necessary? Absolutely not. But I mean, for what it is, it was already created and it's out, and we watched it. We enjoyed it. It is cute. Yeah, like you said, it is cute. It's a good watch.
Go ahead, Mike.
I think it was necessary. There's 2 things that I think we learned. Obviously, one, Mantis being Peter's sister.
That's cool.
I think that's going to be a big.
That was pretty big.
Point.
Which, if you think about it, the Guardians 2, you could piece that together.
This fucking thing. I watched that Christmas special. I'm so ready. I got my little Advent calendar here.
It's a Lego crazy. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas. That's cool.
And that's actually how I found out that this was even going to be a thing. I saw the set on the site, and I was like, wait, what?
Okay, so to kind of talk about this being necessary really quick, James Gunn came out and said he made this special because of the Star Wars Christmas special from the 70s. He wanted to make his own version for the Guardians. And you can argue that the Star Wars Christmas special wasn't necessary because it wasn't. So he wanted to make his own version of that, so that's why he did that.
But then if you go back into it, that's where they introduced Boba Fett.
Sure, but that's like his whole premise.
Which is huge.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think too. I mean, Kevin Bacon's really the reason why Guardians of the Galaxy 1 ended the way it did, right, Mike? I mean, that's what gave me the idea.
It's funny because he goes, Peter did a dance battle.
Save the galaxy.
I feel like it was really good, and I feel like it was like the perfect length. Like I don't think they should have been any longer, any shorter.
No,
it was the perfect length, and it would have been good to see like a little bit more of like Kevin Bacon, like when she snaps him out of it and he's in the ship. When and he like Kraglin's sitting there next to him and he's gonna take him home, and then he gets a phone call, like stuff like that. Like I feel like we should have got a little bit more of like Earth Kevin Bacon, like in whatever nowhere, and you know, like getting his like aspect on it, because he kind of does it, he just pieces out, like that's it. Like okay,
he saves Christmas and leaves. I mean, but also what was really cute too about the whole thing was like they want to make Christmas better because they're told by what's his name that I'm so bad with names.
Yondu.
That Yondu was basically a Grinch, and he had came in as a kid and kicked over the Christmas tree and was like, "We don't give handouts here." Talking about presents, and he's like, "Nah, whatever." And then Peter at the end is like, "Oh, he must not remember how that story ends," and it's literally Yondu giving him the fucking blasters, dude. And that was so fucking sick. And he goes, it was just like, obviously you don't celebrate Christmas in space, but it sounds like him and Yondu always kind of did something little like that with each other.
And that toy that Yondu gets, you see it in Guardians 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the dashboard. Really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
The Grinch was it was blue. The Marvel and then the MCU.
I like the animated storytelling too at the beginning.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like that a lot.
Yep. And I think that's more of what you're talking about with the Star Wars Christmas special, because that's the style, animation style that it was.
Yes, yeah.
I was really confused when it first popped up though, and I seen the animation.
Same. That's what I was gonna say.
I was like, is this all gonna be animated? Am I watching the right thing? What is going on here? But yeah, like I said, two things I think popped up that I think are gonna be important kind of for this third and final conclusion of for the Guardians. One obviously being Mantis and Peter being brother and sister. I think that's gonna play a big part, and I'm excited to see how they interact now a little bit differently compared to the first two movies for this finale of this trilogy, because I think it's going to be super heartwarming like this special was. But
yeah, now do you think that sorry,
I was going to say the second thing, we know Bruce Wayne is not a thing in the MCU.
Yeah, he's canon now.
Well, he's not a thing.
No, yeah, but the character exists.
Yeah, that's true.
Technically. Because like I always wondered, I'm like, did DC Comics like exist in this universe? And I guess it does now. So
yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say though, really quick now, do you think that we're getting this whole Mantis Peter being half siblings just because they're gonna kill Mantis in the third one? And now we have a reason to care.
Oh, I mean, they said that most, like, I think we're gonna see multiple deaths in
yeah, I think there's gonna be 2 deaths, I think.
Yeah.
Drax and Mantis?
Probably.
I think Star-Lord will die.
I think it's gonna be. Well, you guys want to take bets right now?
Yeah, I'm betting it's Star-Lord and Rocket.
I was gonna say Star-Lord and Rocket, you fucking dick.
I don't. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Bautista's character, and it's gonna be
Drax.
Yeah,
Drax and Peter are my guesses.
No, because we just lost Gamora, so it's gonna be.
Yeah, but he's gonna go out like a hero, and I could be
Drax. It could be Drax. I'm going Drax and Mantis though.
I can already see it now. They're gonna find a way to get back together and have this rekindle of romance, and then it's gonna be Peter sacrificing himself for the team.
Yeah.
And, so I think it's gonna be Star-Lord for sure for one of them.
Me too.
And then I'm not too sure about the second one. I think it's either gonna be Rocket or Groot, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Groot did the whole sacrificing himself in the first one. I feel like they wouldn't do that again.
Nah.
I don't know.
I forgot about that.
And then he'd be a part of the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually.
And we lost him in Infinity War too when he got like snapped. I think we've lost Groot too many times.
Yeah, we have. He's not gonna
that's
die.
fair.
You know what I mean?
Groot,
so
one of the biggest things
I think Groot and Gamora will be the ones that are safe.
No, one of the biggest things that they introduced was Cosmo the Space Dog, which was sweet.
I know,
God,
yeah,
the second of one. And if you know that it's voiced by what's her name? Maria Bakalova. She's the girl from Bodies, the girl with the accent.
Yeah.
That's who voices her.
Yeah.
And I don't know, James Gunn must have worked on a project with her, and he literally said he's like, I want you in my movie. He's like, I don't know how, but you're gonna be in my movie. And then he put her as Cosmo.
Well, it's cool tie-in too, because the USSR sent a dog into space too, and it's the same type of dog. So it's really cool how it wraps into the movies.
It's telepathic and all that. So
yeah,
that's gonna be huge, because if you know, the Guardians 3 is gonna have the High Evolutionary, which is the creator of Rocket
and
and Cosmo and all that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, actually, I think it's gonna be Rocket and Star-Lord. I think that sucks because they're my 2 favorite characters out of the whole cast, to be honest with you.
And I mean, that's the other thing too, is Bradley Cooper. Come on, bro! That's the easiest gig he's probably ever had in his entire life. He's never even been to a Guardians.
No, dude, Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
dude.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
he's still
3 fucking words.
Yeah.
Can you get 10 million for Endgame or Infinity War? I think it was Infinity War. He got $10 million for it or something like that.
That's so crazy, man.
Are you fucking kidding?
If I'm creating a movie and I can just think, if I can do that voice the same exact way, why? You get more money.
Vin Diesel's got the build.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Mike, Groot kind of looks like you in this movie.
Got some muscles on him now.
Yeah,
juiced up.
And dude, he went through fucking puberty fast.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I think he looks cheesy.
Buddy's tree nuts dropped.
Well, he's about to be Alpha Groot, though.
But I think that he looks like. I mean, I'd have to see the final version on Guardians.
You're gonna, dude. He's gonna be.
I think he looks
huge.
he looks more CGI'd in that Christmas special than any other time we've seen him.
You know what's funny? The opening scene where they're all sitting on the railing and they're all kind of just talking at first. No, I wasn't gonna talk about Groot. I was just gonna say it kind of felt like you could tell that's almost not
camera.
Yeah, like that looked bad. That opening scene, I'm not gonna lie.
It looked too real. Like it looked like a fake set, and you could tell that everything was fake.
That's
like,
what I was gonna say. It
on a
literally
set,
looked like
and
they
it
were
literally
on
looks like
set.
I'm recording. Like I thought of it.
But
like,
I don't think they went for the movie feel. I don't think they wanted to really go for that.
See, but I mean, then again, like I feel like James Gunn is better than that, where he knows like, hey, like it needs to look a certain way, and like when they go any Guardians movie, it's like that set scene and the camera pans.
Yeah,
well,
it looks like a set on a movie.
Well, like the old '97s opening up, like with the credits and everything, where like they're playing that Christmas song for Peter and the credits are rolling. That's so James Gunn. Like we've never really had that in Marvel before, where like a musical number happens and like it's showing the credits and stuff at the beginning. I like that. And then like Kevin Bacon performing at the end actually was him. Like he actually does sing in real life with the '97s, old '97s. They wrote 2 songs, like original songs for this special, one with Kevin Bacon, one at the beginning with James Gunn. I liked all that. So that was really cool. That I like that song too. It's actually pretty catchy.
So. Well, it's funny because you want me to go? Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go
I'll
ahead.
probably forget. I went and they had Kevin Bacon on the Smart List podcast like a couple weeks ago, and I listened to that, and they were just talking about like what he does now, because I don't think he acts. I mean, this is probably like his comeback to whatever in a long time. And he said that he had something in the works and he couldn't say it, which was obviously this. And that all he does is him and his brother are in a band, and it's just them two, and they go and they just sing all the time. And he said he loves it. They're like, "Do you love it more than acting?" He's like, "Hell no." He's like, "But it just keeps me occupied." So it's funny that he's actually singing and actually performing, especially knowing on Small Guys, like that's what he does. You think like, oh, he's probably ass. Like he's pretty good.
It's not bad.
No.
So I think we got to talk about probably like maybe not the biggest part. I'm not gonna say that, but that mid-credit scene where Rocket was saying that they're gonna have to do a second special.
Yep.
Do you think we're gonna get a second special now, or?
So I think from what I saw, I think that just means they're gonna do more Christmas specials in the future.
What was the context that he said it in?
He said that Groot ruined Christmas again.
Yeah.
And
because he dropped all the ornaments.
They have to do a second special.
Yeah, I think that was just a nod that Marvel's going to continue to do Christmas specials in the future. I don't think it means that the Guardians will.
No, I think
from what I saw online, people, that's what people were saying.
I think the biggest part is when Gamora gives, or not Gamora, Nebula gives Rocket Bucky's arm.
Dude, that part made me laugh, dude. That was the funniest part.
Funny as fuck.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Is like, how does he get that? So then do we think we're gonna see Bucky in what's it called, Guardians 3? Just a minor cameo.
No,
he's got
gonna. If anything, it's gonna be a mid or post credit scene at the end of Guardians 3. If anything.
Dude, that would have been a cool end credit scene.
When does this take place? Is it
that would have made me laugh out loud.
Bucky taking back his arm and then just slapping him with the hand.
So Aiden, from what I understand, this is the farthest in the future we've been.
So this is the end. Like the Thor.
Like this takes place.
Thor 4 already happened.
Yes, this takes place after Black Panther.
Okay.
This Christmas special. So that's from what I understand. Yeah. So, and then Ant-Man will be the farthest we've been when Ant-Man drops in February. So
when does Guardians 3 come out?
May.
This
upcoming May.
Damn, we're getting
6 months from now.
Ass year of MCU.
Dude, Ant-Man
next year.
Yeah, Ant-Man. We're getting that. There's another good movie coming out from Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, it's a really great movie.
Is that what's next after?
No, I don't know.
I hope not.
Stop it. We love Brie Larson.
Sorry.
We just hate your character.
We're getting into the Spider-Verse too. We're getting that movie. That'll be
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk about it until it's like 2 weeks away. Because if this gets pushed back again, I will kill myself.
Honestly, bro, they can push it back all they want, because if they perfect that shit and make it
that's
anywhere as good as that first one, I will probably
first one
nut in my pants. So
See, the first one's good, man, beautiful. But like I mean, maybe I'm just that guy.
Nah, you're a fucking.
I think I am that guy.
You're that guy.
You're legit the best.
I'm in the boat with the
epileptics that we've ever fucking got.
No,
it's one of the best comic book movies.
I'm holding. I side with the epileptics on that one.
Oh,
it's a hard movie to watch. It's pretty known that Spider-Man's your favorite comic book character. So
he is.
Do you think that Into the Spider-Verse was the best Spider-Man?
Yeah, I think that. Yes. And I think that and Spider-Man 2 are like the best Spider-Man things we've ever seen.
Easy.
So
easy.
I think Into the Spider-Verse is probably one of the better comic books we've gotten. Like that, Dark Knight, like it's up there with those kind of that threshold of comic book movies. So
I'm excited for the second one though.
Yes, me too. So to bring it back to the special, was it needed? No, probably not. But also you could say that with most of the MCU shows, I think, right? I mean, kind of fair to say that. In a way, right? But I liked it a lot. And so far with their specials, I think they're 2 for 2. I had so much fun watching this. I talked to a couple friends, like Sanch, for example, like said he's going to wait till like the week of Christmas to watch it to get more of that Christmas feel.
Do you guys think this came out a little too early? Like,
I think if they would have waited if they would have waited one more week into December.
The first week of December would have been a good drop.
But also it did work though, because it was right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So now
I'm telling you guys though, that mid-credit scene, what if they drop another 20 or 30-minute special around Christmas time, actually?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, I hope they keep doing these every year, like especially like the Halloween special. I like that too, and like things like that. And I mean, you could do a special in the summer. It doesn't have to be just holiday themed.
I need them doing a fucking St. Patrick's Day special where the Avengers just get shit-faced.
Yeah,
and they meet up with the fucking Always Sunny crew. That's what I need.
Well, so Brian, like this special and Hawkeye, I mean, they both have that Christmas feel. What one do you think's more Christmassy? I mean, one's a series, one's a 40-minute thing. Okay, so
only because Hawkeye, his whole thing is he just wants to get home to his family for the holidays. And that's got to save Kate Bishop's ass.
I think we talked about it last year. Do you think you'll watch this again, this Hawkeye series for Christmas or no?
No,
not this year, right?
If I had the time, like if we didn't have this podcast and we were like watching stuff consistently, then yeah, I probably would fucking just throw it on in the background before I go to sleep. Yeah. But this year, no, we got a bunch of stuff to watch. I'm actually in the middle of watching the new Dexter season finally.
Oh, okay, I gotta watch that.
So I'm gonna ask for 5 minutes at some point here soon, because I watched 5 episodes in one sit down with my parents. That's good, but. No, Hawkeye, I would revisit again if I didn't have other shit going on.
Yeah.
This though, 45 minutes. Yeah, I'll probably throw it on again at some point, like this season.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This shit, it wasn't an ass by any means. Like it was a fun 45 minutes. It was a
you guys, you're fucking digging so deep into a fucking
thing. It was just supposed to be fun. Like
it's just
they go kidnap Kevin Bacon. That's what the plot is.
I'm saying
like it's not supposed to be
crazy when I hear you guys that you're gonna rewatch a show because dude, there's so many good shows out there. Yeah. Why would you ever rewatch a show?
But dude, like Hawkeye gave us that Christmas feel. Like that. Right, Brian?
Yeah.
Am I
crazy in saying that?
No, you're not.
I'm probably in the minority of all of us on how high I am on Hawkeye. I loved Hawkeye, honestly. Like it was a top.
I loved it too.
If you're gonna rewatch a Disney Plus show, though, you're gonna rewatch it.
I wouldn't rewatch that shit. The only show or Disney Plus release that I would rewatch is probably Loki.
Sure. And that too is only 6 episodes and it's quick. And I think we'll all rewatch it right before season 2 drops, right? But I'm just saying, like Hawkeye kind of gave me that Christmas feel, like this does. Like I can see myself easily, and I said it for the Werewolf by Night. I can easily see next Christmas me watching this, for sure.
It's funny that
we
brought up Loki. Did you guys see Miss Minutes and Ryan Reynolds tweeting back and forth at each other?
No, I didn't see that. That's funny though.
I'm excited, man. That's gonna be a big.
Dude, can you imagine if Loki 2 had Deadpool in it though? Just appear in it at the end, Mike.
It would make sense though. It would really make sense.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think we kind of talked about everything that we liked from the special, maybe what we didn't like. You guys kind of want to get in the ratings of this kind of special, I guess. Mike, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first here. I'll make it short and sweet because I think that's what this special is. Short and sweet. It was a really good feel-good watch. A fun 45 minutes, but nothing to kind of knock your socks off or, have crazy hopes and expectations for the future of the MCU. But I think that was the whole point of this, just kind of as a special. So with that said, I'm going to give it a 84 out of 100.
And did you like it more than Werewolf by Night? No. Okay.
Can't really compare the two. So
I mean, they're both specials and they're both about the same time. I don't know. I feel like it's fair.
I feel like you could compare them.
I feel like it's fair. I mean, I'm like, where would you put this with Endgame?
I'm talking quality wise. Sorry.
This clears Endgame, no doubt in my mind.
No.
Brian, you want to go ahead? Or Aiden, go ahead.
No, it doesn't matter.
Go ahead, Ado.
All right. Like I said, put you in the Christmas spirit. I believe that this should have been released a little, probably in December, regardless of, Halloween or not Halloween. What the fuck am I saying? I got COVID. I'm out of it. Thanksgiving. Regardless, this is a kid's show. It's not for adults, as you could tell. You know, maybe one day when we all have our own little ones, we'll be like, hey, you want to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special that me and my buddies did the podcast on? But
not even special itself.
It was a good watch. If I'm gonna compare the two,
make them listen to this.
Yeah, if I'm gonna compare the two Marvel specials that we've had so far, Werewolf by Night definitely blew this one out of the water. James Gunn was good, musical number was good. Kevin Bacon performing, I can't really say it live, but doing his own performance, good watch. I mean, it was just wholesome, you know. It ties in everything, and I feel like it doesn't really fill too many gaps, like from the plot holes that we have from Guardians 2 to Guardians 3, or from Guardians 2 to Thor 4. But I mean, you can't really base this off of how good Guardians 3 is going to be, because Guardian 3 is probably going to be the best Guardians movie that we will ever see. So, and it's the finale. So, all in all, whatever. This special, I would give it a solid 78 out of 100 from entertainment wise.
Wow.
Guess you could say I'm just agreeing.
He gave Werewolf by Night a 92.
Yeah,
bro,
because it was good.
Your scores are just
my own.
Weird as fuck sometimes.
You can say they're my own.
Yeah. Just
very because that's the thing. If I'm gonna spend 45 minutes watching a movie that doesn't really do anything for me, I'm not gonna enjoy it. I go watch a new movie I've never seen before, 2.5 hours long, 3 hours long. I enjoy every minute of it. It's gonna get a good score.
But dude, that's the problem with the MCU is like you have to watch everything to tie in with everything, and I like.
And that's
how
the thing.
Separate.
Imagine, yeah, but I mean, even if you were to watch,
like, there's no way Guardians 3 this ties in.
But no. I can counter that because you see Nebula give Rocket his arm. What the hell? Oh, he got an arm? Why?
I think there's just a throwaway joke.
Yeah,
it is.
See, all right, let me get my fucking.
Go ahead, Brian.
All right, now these fucking nerds.
Go ahead and spit, dude.
Oh man, this 45-minute Christmas special didn't really tie in.
There's no Infinity Stones. There's no multiverse.
This was a holiday special. They just wanted to give us a taste of Christmas. They wanted to put our fucking heroes in that position, and they did a great job with that. But
I didn't see a Santa Claus though, so
I mean, they probably don't own the rights.
No one's even dressed up as Santa though.
Look, dude, they're in space. They don't even know what the fuck Santa Claus is. They kidnapped Kevin Bacon.
They sang about him
Christmas present.
And Miss Claus is on the pole.
Look, all I'm saying is, like, it's fun. It's fun. Go into this, turn your fucking brain off. If you're a big Guardians fan like I am, you're gonna fucking love this. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh man, how does this feed in? No, I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't feed in anything.
No, and that's the point.
That's the point.
It's supposed to be a good time. With that being said, again, it's nothing crazy, but it is a fun, cute watch. If you love the MCU, you love the Guardians, give it a go. Solid 84 coming from me.
That's a good score. That's the thing.
Mike gave it?
Yeah, Mike, is that the score you give it?
It is.
Oh, I just copied. So Brian's just taking Mike's score. Yeah, at least Aiden.
Hey, like Brian, honestly, we can just say that Brian wants to be me at this point.
Oh.
People say we look like twins.
We do.
See it.
I think that's a compliment for me, honestly.
Look like
anyway,
you guys look like twin sisters.
Damn.
I don't give a fuck. They're real sisters.
Yeah, I mean, Brian kind of nailed it. It sucks that the time stone wasn't in this one, but
there wasn't a big build up to the end.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. You know what I was really hoping for? Thanos sitting on the toilet, snapping his finger and saying, I really, really wish Aiden wasn't a virgin, so we're gonna give him all these bitches.
No, this movie.
That should have been the post-credit scene.
Yeah, but Thanos' toilet was your bedroom window, and he was dropping a fat turd on your fucking head while you're passed out sleeping, and your newspapers on your hardwood floor.
Yeah, and then you wake up from your dream from your peanut fucking brain you have in that little noggin.
Oh, dude, shut up, man. Hey, so now that this episode's coming out after Joy, don't ever feel free to go back to Joy and think how Mike said that he didn't enjoy Joy because it didn't have a big buildup. You know, there was no end game goal that they had. And you know what that really reminds him of? Infinity War and Endgame, another Marvel movie. So
damn. I'm gonna give it an 88.
88.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It's fun.
Hey, can I copy your score instead?
No, I actually I texted it to Nick Bell, who's like kind of he's kind of what would you call it? Dried out a little bit of like these MCU movies, kind of.
Yeah, Nick Bell is where I wish I could be.
Yeah,
because
but I texted him this. I was like, you should watch this special because it doesn't tie in anything, and I know you like the Guardians cast, and it's just like a fun Christmas thing to watch. I'd recommend it to anyone. I think I'm gonna rewatch it next Christmas. I'm gonna rewatch it this month again. Honestly, it was fun. So, and I like that it didn't have to tie in anything, and I guarantee you they're not gonna mention anything from this in Guardians 3. I mean, maybe that Mantis is his sister, but like you can kind of connect the dots in Guardians 2 if you think about it, because they show like all his kids in that one sequence, right, when he's explaining to Peter. So yeah, I like the special a lot. I think it was fun. This is kind of our first Christmas thing we're covering this month. This is coming out December 2nd. Our next episode is going to be the night before. Another 2015 movie. We just did Joy from 2015. We love 2015.
Yeah, 2015 was a year for movies.
It was a great year. So yeah, so we're doing that. Go listen to the end of Joy. We kind of covered what we're doing this month, Christmas-wise, but that's our next episode. Thank you everyone for listening. Go check out the YouTube. Go download on Apple. Go download on Spotify. Anything you can go anywhere you can go listen to Spotify.
Go into your
podcast.
Parents' room, either your
Take
mom
their
or dad's
phones.
wallet.
Yeah, go steal your dad's iPad.
Take their
uses
credit
for
card
other
and
reasons.
just send us pictures of their card. We're gonna put it in a trust fund for you
numbers.
guys because we care about you. Just give us those numbers.
Yeah,
seems like a liability issue.
Guys, and remember, as we're coming up on the month of December, Santa Claus is always watching. So if you don't want to be like Aiden and you don't want to get naughty, cold, like Aiden's gonna get cold this year, and be a good boy and girl.
I don't think I've ever gotten a present.
But all right, boys.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's not Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I love you.
It's not Christmas.
Go out there.
It's getting cold this year.
It's getting there.
Love you guys.
All right, bye.
Boys.
Peace out.
Yes.